Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Anne, this is Eddie. Eddie will be judging our crafts, but today is going to be about crochet. I'm so sorry it's taken so long to create this video, and I haven't been on here for a while either, like in a proper video form, and I apologize for that, but today we are moving forward. Today I am finally going to show you all how I learned to crochet, I guess. The simple flower that I first learned to crochet made a lot of things sink into my brain, because I have been trying to crochet for over 20 years, I reckon, and I just didn't understand it. Although I watched many YouTube tutorials throughout the years, just nothing clicked until, I don't know, about 3-4 weeks ago now. Something clicked because I made this random simple flower. So that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. Can't remember exactly how it goes, but I think I remember it. Either way, it's going to be easy. It's going to turn out fine. If I can find the video that helped me learn, I'll mention it here as well, because, you know, I can't take credit for this. Anyway, no more rambling. Let's just get into it. First, we're going to start off with your chosen yarn. As a beginner, just get something cheap. Something smooth and soft is also easier to work with. It slides on the hook so much easier. I find some kind of get grippy, but someone in the comments did suggest rubbing the hook on your oily hair, well, on your hair, and the natural oils in your hair will help glide that. Anyway, I've got milk cotton yarn, I think, just from Shein or somewhere cheap like that, and just ignore the stain on my finger. I know that looks really gross and bad. It's burnt, stained and bruised from work. I work in a kitchen. Anyway, we're going to start off with what is called a slip knot. I've seen so many tutorials on this that looks so damn confusing to me, because all it is to me, something I've learned since I was a kid. I just wrap it around my finger like that, the long piece in your right hand, so it ends up on the top. And then this yarn here, if you pull your finger out, this yarn here, if you put it through the bottom of the hole and pull it tight through the top, that's all I do. Now you end up with this loop. If you were to pull the two ends, the loop would disappear. So I'm pretty sure that's what they mean by a slip knot, right? Slips off, slips out. So we do that again. I mean, you could do it large. You can wrap it around your whole hand if it's easier to see it, you know, from under the loop like that, and then grab it and pull it through. Of course, it's going to end up bigger, but all you do is just pull it tight. Grab your crochet hook. I'm using 4.5, and put it through, pull it tight around your hook. That is a slip knot. Now we're going to do what is called chains. We're going to do 6 chains. Any amount of chains will work for this flower. The more chains you have, the bigger hole you're going to have in the middle of your flower, like in the center. And the less you have, the smaller the hole. But as a very, very new beginner, you're going to want a fairly large hole so you can kind of see what you're doing, right? So for that, what we do is grab your hook, bring it to the left side of the yarn, bring it under the yarn, so the yarn is over the hook, and then we're going to pull it through. Twist your hook slightly to the left where that triangular gap is, and then the hook will fit through there a lot easier. That's one chain. We do that 6 more times. Left side, under, the yarn is over, pull it, twist it, pull it through the loop. That's 2 chains. Do that 4 more times. Left, under, yarn over, pull it through, twist it a little bit, straight through the loop. That's 3. Do it again. 4, again. 5, again. 6. Now you're going to have this pretty little plait. If you have a look at the triangle, the first triangle we created there, that is the first chain. We're going to grab our hook and push it through the first chain here. Now we do the same. Left side. This is called a slip stitch, okay? Left side again, under, yarn over, pull it through. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull that right through this first loop as well. That is a slip stitch. So we started with a slip knot, then 6 chains and a slip stitch. Now this is the hole we've just created. Can you see that? This one right here. That's what we're going to be working all our petals into. So to begin our first petal, let me loosen some of this. To begin our first petal, we're going to start off with 2 chains. Left, under, yarn over, twist it a little bit, pull through, 1 chain. Then we're going to do it again. Left, under, so the yarn is over, and then twist the hook a little bit, pull it through the loop. That's 2 chains. Now what we're going to do is we're going to complete 3 half double crochets. It sounds confusing, but it's not. Okay, so to do that, we left, under, pull the yarn over. Now the reason it's called a double, how I remember it, how I absorbed the information and understood it, is now we've created almost 2 loops, right? 1, 2. There's 2 pieces of yarn over the hook. That's why it's a double. 2 is double. If we were going to do a triple, we would loop that over again, and now there's 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a triple. That's how I remember it. But because we're only doing a double or a half double, we go over, and now we're going to grab that hook and go through the hole in the center of our flower here. Same deal, left side, under, so the yarn is over, and then we pull that through the center of the hole there. We'll pull it back through. Now we're going to have 3 pieces on here. What we're going to do is go left side of the yarn, yarn over, pull it through, only 2 loops, okay, not 3, only 2 loops. And we end up with 2 loops on our hook. If we were going to do a double crochet, we would do that yarn over again and pull it through the last 2 hoops. But we're only doing a half double crochet. So essentially halfway. This is a halfway. Okay, so we've done our half double crochet, and we do it again. Left, under, yarn over. So we don't essentially count this loop because that's just left from our first one, because we only did halfway. So we've got the 2 loops for the double once again, and then we go through the hole, left side, under, yarn over, pull it through the hole. Now we're going, get that out of the way. Now we're going to yarn over and pull it through only 2 loops once again. And it's left us with 3 loops now. So now we're not going to count those 2 because they're like leftovers from the first and second, stitches. So we do it again. Yarn over, through the center of the flower, yarn over, pull back through the center of the flower, yarn over, only through 2 of the loops. Whoops. Now we've got 4 left over. From here, we yarn over, pull it through all 4 loops. That's creating our petal. We're almost done with the first petal. To end this petal, we need 2 chains, yarn over, through the loop, 1 chain, yarn over, through the loop, 2 chains. To end this petal, we go back through the center of our flower here with a slip stitch. So hook through, pull the yarn through the hole and straight through that loop as well. That's 1 petal completed. We're going to do this 4 more times to create 5 petals. I'm going to go a little bit faster but talk it through. Then after that, we'll come back on the last petal. Start off with 2 chains, yarn over, through, yarn over, through. 3 half double crochets, yarn over through the hole, yarn over back through the hole, yarn over only through 2 of the loops. Repeat that. Yarn over, through the hole, yarn over, back through the hole, yarn over, only through 2 of the loops. One more time, yarn over, through the hole, yarn over, back through the hole, yarn over, only through 2 of the loops. Now we end up with 4, yarn over, through all 4 of the loops. End it with 2 chains, yarn over, through the loop, yarn over, through the loop. Finish the petal off by going no yarn overs, okay? Straight through the center of the flower, yarn over through the back through the hole, and straight through that first loop. That's 2 petals done. It looks like 5 petals is not going to fit, but all you do is grab that last petal and start kind of, you just pull it kind of along. So now you've got room here to keep going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another 2 and we'll come back for the last one. We are back for the last petal. So I've done 4. We ended it with that slip stitch. We're going to slide everything over from the right side to the right side to leave enough gap to create our last petal there. All right, let's repeat this last one together. Start off with 2 chains, yarn over through the hole, yarn over back through the hole, yarn over through only 2 of the loops. That's our half double crochet. 2 more times. Oops, that's not right. One more time. So we ended with 4 loops, yarn over through all 4 loops. End it with 2 chains, 1, 2, bring the hook through the center of the flower, yarn over, pull the yarn through and straight through that last loop as well. There is our flower completed. Now to end this flower, I'm going to grab some scissors, cut the yarn, pull that tight. So I'm just going to grab that hook and pull it tight and then pull that tight. You can kind of see that it's tightening that last stitch. Then I'm just going to pull that yarn straight through. Make sure it's really, really tight. There is our pretty little flower. You can leave these long so you can sew them onto stuff, or you can hide the tails by grabbing yourself a yarn needle. Just thread one of the ends through the needle. Oh my God, that is fraying. Yes, this happens. And then find the back of the flower, which is, you know, not that it's messy, but you can see that's the front, that's the back. So we're going to want to hide it through the back and just go through a set of stitches like this. I'm just going to go this way and kind of go in between. What I mean by in between is behind those stitches but not right through, so you can't see the needle, right? And then just pull the needle through and it ends up on that side of the row of stitches. I'm just going to cut as close as we can. And voila, one is hidden. We're going to do the same to the other side. I have a few different styles of yarn needles. These plastic ones are my favorite. I just find it so much easier, although I'm not threading it properly. It's like the plastic squishes its way through the yarn. When I use a metal one, sometimes it feels like it's getting stuck because it's not squishable. These are way cheaper too, so if you were to lose them, I guess it wouldn't matter too much, right? That's the front of the flower, that's the back of the flower, or you might go this direction, in the direction of the yarn. I might even go through some of those as well. Pull it through and cut it as close as we can without cutting any of the flower. There we have it. It looks tiny. That's because I chose thin wool. The cool thing is you can do the exact same design with different thickness of wool. The thicker the yarn, and the bigger the hook you use, the bigger the flower is going to be. So I'm going to quickly make one out of this one and one out of this one and show you the difference. This is the one we've just used. The reason I chose this one to show you all is because it's easier to see the stitches with this type of yarn. Anyway, we'll come back soon. So I just finished making the last flower with the really thick wool. That one is that one, and of course that one was the first one I showed you. But I just want to show you this yarn needle. It does fit the really thick yarn as well. You just got to squish it through and pull it. That's what I love about these needles. They actually come in bigger sizes as well if you do need it or if you have trouble threading it, but I simply just use the same size needle for everything. Just going to thread both of them through before I cut any of it because it's quicker for me right now. I've threaded it through the front this time, but you know what? Who cares, right? I believe it's going to work either way. As long as the ends are quite hidden, we are just beginners here, whatever works. Ta-da! This is the exact same pattern I just showed you how to make this one. See, the bigger the yarn, or the thicker the yarn, the bigger the hook. This one is a size 6. If I had a bigger hook, I would have used it. But this is the biggest hook I have, so I believe if I had used a bigger hook, the flower again would have ended up bigger and less tight. So that's what I might invest in next, is larger hooks. This one here I used 5.5, so that's only a half size down from that, and the yarn difference is massive, I think, anyway. And that one there was the 4.5. I believed I mentioned in the beginning. As a beginner, I would recommend just buying some cheap hooks, and to make it easy for yourself, so you don't feel like a failure, is simply to find yarn that feels soft and smooth in your hands. There's some yarns, especially like many acrylic yarns, I find it feels like it's absorbing, there's a fly, absorbing the oils out of my hands, and it feels dry as, and it doesn't stretch. You want something that feels soft, smooth and slightly stretchy. That will make it easier to learn how to crochet, I believe. I think these are so damn cute. You can sew them on, you know, beanies, hats, even like knitted jumpers. I mean, how cute. Some people might think that's gay, but you know what? I think it's really cute. Maybe some smaller ones. Oh, I've just lost one, damn it. I don't even know where it went. Or you can, you know, sew them or glue them onto hairpins or hair ties, and yeah, they're just so damn pretty. You can use them for any crafts, glue them onto paper crafts even. I don't know, guys, the possibilities are endless. I hope you like my tutorial. I am a complete beginner at this and a complete beginner at teaching. I just wanted to show you all the flower that helped me to understand some of the basic stitches. In the next video, I will show you how to make a different kind of flower that taught me a couple of other new stitches, which then added onto my, you know, my brain of like what stitch is what. Once you learn these basic stitches from the flowers that I'll be talking about, you can then start making plushies and all sorts of stuff. It's I don't know, it's taken over my life and I want it to take over yours. I don't know where that little tiny flower went, but I'm going to say goodbye now and we'll go see what Eddie has to say about these two flowers. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more future videos. Make sure to like this video if you do like it. If you don't like it, I guess, I'm sorry. Anyway, peace out. So Eddie's chilling in the bathroom. Eddie, what do you think? What do you think of these? Do you like them or what? You got anything to say about them? You even get a look at them, Eddie? Do you like them? Okay. It is really hard to please, but yeah, that's all he has to say about that.